With supply chain issues fueling inflation, Republicans are criticizing the solutions coming out of the White House. Joining us now, Representative Richard Hudson from North Carolina's 8th District. He's the Secretary of the Republican Conference as well. Congressman, thank you for taking time. I want to get into inflation and maybe what Republicans see as a solution. But first, your reaction to this jobs report falling well short of expectations.
Well, great to be with you today, Griff. You know, the Vice President came to Charlotte this week and got behind the wheels of an electric bus and pretended to drive it and sang the children's song, "The Wheels of the Bus Go Round and Round." Well, I've got a message for the Vice President. The wheels are coming off the bus. When you look at this month's jobs report, it's the worst jobs report of the year.
And you saw the White House pivot a little bit to say, well, unemployment down to 4.2%, a sign that the economy overall is doing better. Your reaction?
Well, the economy is struggling because of the policies of the Biden administration. I mean, you look at inflation at a 30-year high, gas at a 7-year high. What really troubles me is we're expecting utility costs, heating your home this winter, to be up 54%. People are really hurting. And I'm worried about what's going to happen this winter. But these are all results of Biden policies that are driving up inflation because of out-of-control spending. You look at the problems with supply chain, they're all being caused by Biden policies, whether it's keeping people out of the workforce, whether it's going soft on China so that they have a green light to take advantage of us, the inflation coming from the Green New Deal policies that they're passing. And the impact of inflation on supply chain is you get panic buying and it puts more pressure on it. These are all caused by Biden's policies.
Let's talk inflation. You talk about Americans feeling things. This past week was quite significant. You had both the Federal Reserve Chair, Jerome Powell, saying that, hey, it's time to stop calling this inflation transitory. It's here to stay. And Gallup released a poll saying 45% of Americans are struggling in some financial hardship because of inflation. Yet the administration says the solution to the problem is for the Senate to pass the Build Back Better massive spending, social spending bill. What do Republicans say is the solution?
Look, the House is on fire, and the Biden Fire Department shows up with a tanker full of gasoline to spray on your fire. We have inflation because of out-of-control borrowing and spending. The solution is another $4 trillion of borrowing and spending, and it's going to only make the problem worse. But you look at this Build Back Broke bill. I mean, not only is it too much money, but it's going to have amnesty included in it. Green New Deal policies. It's going to raise taxes on every single American. It's going to make it more expensive to heat your home this winter. I mean, this is an awful bill that we can't afford.
But Congressman, should in the midterms next November Republicans take over, what does the Republican conference see as a way to not criticize this administration's handling of it, but put in place some policies that could perhaps right the ship as far as inflation is concerned?
Look, Republicans would love to work with this president. We have a lot of really good ideas. And in fact, all you have to do is look back to a few months before this president took office and at the policies that were working. I mean, under President Trump, with the Republicans leading in Congress, we finally achieved energy independence. We had the lowest fuel prices we've ever seen because we were able to go get American sources of energy. You look at an economy that was cooking because of sound tax policy. The tax policy of this administration is give the rich a break and raise everybody else's taxes. We have a lot of good ideas, and we're ready to work with this president if he's willing to listen.
And looking forward, in just the last 30 seconds we've got, Congressman, the debt ceiling, we've got a deadline coming up on December 15th. The Treasury Secretary says if they don't raise the debt ceiling, it could be catastrophic. What do Republicans say?
Well, I'm confused, Griff. I don't know why we have to raise it because the president said this bill doesn't cost any money. So, I don't know why there's a problem. But if this out of control spending that the Democrats are forcing on the American people means we've got to raise the debt ceiling, then let them do it themselves.
Congressman Richard Hudson, thank you for taking time on a Saturday. We look forward to having you back on as we follow the woes that Americans are feeling from the gas pump to the grocery store. Congressman, thank you very much.